you're joining me for another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! Well, I have a bit of a dolly update. I have been putting them on Instagram, but I haven't been putting my, I missed it last week because basically New Zealand, Auckland is in lockdown again. We're kind of all over it. We're just waiting for things to open up. I know every single family that I've spoken to is just like, yeah, okay, over it. Let's get on with life. But we've got another 2 weeks basically of sitting around waiting. Because of this, you can't go to the shops in the shop basically. There is online shopping, but it's not the same as having a walk around and lunch and meeting with friends and, you know, running into the local store owners and having a chat. So, been looking online at the auctions for bargains since the markets can't be open. Trade Me is an amazing New Zealand site. You can get some really, really good bargains on there. And of course, Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace used to be the place I used to say go to. But slowly the bargains have been getting smaller and smaller and smaller as people have been realizing that it's cheaper than Trade Me to pick up. Now they're starting to grow, and so I've gone back to Trade Me as my #1 online marketplace for toys. So let's start off with this. Now to buy this set brand new online is $250 New Zealand. Obviously this one I picked up from Trade Me secondhand and I got it for $50 New Zealand. Now when I paid $50 New Zealand, it doesn't have all the little accessories, you know, all the little things that come with it, but I was basically hoping that the classroom would be good, and the chairs came with it, that it's got the teacher's desk as well. $50 New Zealand, let me tell you, this is in immaculate condition. Like, there is a few bumps and scrapes here and there, but pretty much it looks brand new. The lights work, the sounds work, and I took all the photos around of the set, and it is huge. I mean, this is my hand. This is my hand. In my previous videos and Instagrams, you'll know we have taco truck. We have the taco truck. And we have the cafe, the Our Generation cafe. Our Generation accessories are fantastic. I love them. And I like to buy them for my American girls. Funny, I like the American Girl dolls, but I like the Our Generation accessories. So when I picked it up and I saw it, it was so much bigger than what I thought. Thank goodness we went in the big car. If we went in our small car, it would not have fit in. So we went in the big car and we had to put the seats down and stuff at the back to fit this in, and it was an absolute bargain. I'm going to bring up one of the chairs just to show, because I love these. How old school is this? I love it. These aren't scrapes. This is actually purposely done to make them look like they're wooden, scraped, used desks. The desks open up and they have the chair attached. Now I've got American Girl Bailey here as I'm opening her up. I'm actually opening her up, well, dealing with her off camera basically. Let me put her in. And so you can see the 18-inch dolls fit in them. That's fine, which is what they're purposely designed for. But for me, they're basically right on that cusp of being okay for them. I didn't buy this for my 18-inch dolls. This one I actually brought for my quarter BJDs. So I've got a quarter body here. This is one of my play bodies. Means I can paint it and undo it and things like that. So they're almost perfect for a 1/4-inch dolls. So ones like Braylon, if you see her with her school bag and stuff in my previous videos, it's going to look amazing having her and some of the other girls just sitting in class at their desks. And all the real littles that I've opened that have like the sellotapes and books and stuff, it's going to make for some fantastic photos with this set. For $50, this was a bargain. The teacher's desk with chair is here. I absolutely love it. So I was very, very happy with that purchase. Next. Okay, so I've put up some photos of our Dell and Pullip dolls before on Instagram. I don't think I've put up photos of all of them. Basically the ones that are on display, not the ones in storage. And I saw on Trade Me a set of the limited edition steampunk Pullip, Dell, and Byul. I don't know if I'm going to say that right. I don't actually, she's over here. I'll bring her up at the end. But I don't actually have any of her dolls. And she's not a doll I've really looked into before. But because it was the set and she goes with them, you know, I didn't have one. I was like, yeah, I'll go with it. So this was $300 New Zealand, which is actually quite a bargain for these limited edition dolls. And especially in my country where it's very, very hard to get. Basically, I would be paying more to buy this brand new and then shipping it over. I would pretty much be sitting in the $200 range for this doll alone. So they work out about $100 each, which I'm super happy with because the condition, I asked questions beforehand. They've been sitting in a cabinet all their life. All the accessories came with them. There's nothing broken on them and they're fantastic quality. I consider it a bargain. Let's bring her up and have a look. So this is Pullip Steampunk. Just look at all the little designs on it. I'm so happy I got her. I was umming and ahhing for a bit. Not so much because of the cost. Just did I need another Pullip doll? Considering lately my major focus has been on smart dolls. I absolutely love playing with my smart dolls. That has been my top love at the moment. But then I was like, I always ask myself, and I think people should do this, if you are able, firstly, if you are capable to afford without worrying about other things, but if that's not an issue, if you see something, always ask yourself, if I don't get it, will I regret it? And if the answer is in any way yes, then you're better off with something you love than $1 in the bank. If you can afford it. That's the thing, is, you know, you don't have to worry about bills and things like that. So I asked myself that and the answer was immediately yes. So I got it. So going down to here, she's got all her little pieces on. I love it. I love the little details. It's hard to get it in camera. You know, there's like little metal rods going down to her thing, and look at her hair. So Pullip dolls, you can move, you know, the eyes and things like that. I'm not going to pull this all up because I don't really want to mess with her too much. I like the way she is, and I did brush her hair and I give her a clean and all that sort of stuff. You know, no matter where dolls are, whether in the cabinets or not, they always get dust on, and I can't stand dust on dolls because it ruins their outfits. So, you know, if you're being a doll collector, always make sure you dust your dolls. So she also came with her accessories, which is kind of like this weird sort of machine gun thing. I don't know what this is. It attaches with Velcro to one of, I think there's something on her outfit I attached it to before, but it's like a weird sort of, I don't know, fire one or machine gun thing. And she came with like this stuff. Like this, looks like it's like a shower. If you look like that, it looks like a shower tap thing that she's made into a weapon which she holds on to. I'm guessing, you know, since it's steampunk, it might be very post-apocalyptic and sort of setting. And then, oh my goodness, and I didn't see these in the auction, but they came in the box. Oh my goodness, these steampunk wings. So you can put these on. I don't display them because, oh, they're not broken. It's just they come apart at the middle there, so you can put them back together. I don't display her with the wings on. I tried many times, but it's just too difficult in the cabinet because there's way too many dolls in this cabinet. In my favorite BJD cabinet back there, and it just it's too difficult. So those I keep in the BJD accessory box. But that is her, and she also came with, which is super important, of course, her certificate here, which has all the details. When she was released, what her number is. She's 699 of 2000. So I absolutely love her. That was a super bargain, and I'm so glad I didn't miss out on that because I would have been regretting it. Going on, stopping the rambling. Next dolly. So this is Dell. Dell always has that I'm not impressed look. All my Dell dolls look like they've just, oh, apart from one. There's one who doesn't look like they've eaten a lemon, basically. Unimpressed. This is my steampunk Dell. So she's got her items on there. I'll bring her up. Little handbag over here. And her hair is still in the original factory tie, etc. Looking up here. Isn't she so cute? I love, love, love the look on her. If you can't afford a Dell doll and looking for something comparable, I've said this in my BB Girls videos, you know, check one of those out. I think I actually compare them to the Dell doll. it's equivalent, you know, it's not as good quality or as good artistry, but they're very, very good dolls, the BB girl dolls. So if you're looking something you can afford on a budget, that's a good alternative. And she came with this little steampunk bag here, which I think is cool. So that's awesome. And I don't know what this snorkel is off to the side, but yeah, that's there. I love her. Put her over there next to Pullip. She's probably talking badly about Pullip. You know, if you look at the dolls and their histories and stuff, you'll get why I'm saying that. Looking over at Pullip and thinking, how can I get you? And of course she came with her certificate. I love these certificate holders. They are just amazing. So I can put them on display. I wish all my Pullip dolls had those sorts of things, but these ones I think came with the certificates because the ones that I have aren't really limited editions. I mean, 2 of them aren't made anymore, but these ones are definitely, you know, it's a limited number. So this one here is new to me. So this is her certificate. Byul. B-Y-U-L. Yeah, I don't have any of her. I'm just going to put that certificate down there. Might actually, maybe the bag came with Byul. I don't know. One of them. There's also this key thing which came with one of them. I just put the accessories beside them. So her eyes are actually a little freaky to me. She did come with this steampunk umbrella accessory, so I'm just going to put that aside so we can focus on the doll. Her eyes are actually a little freaky to me, whereas Pullip and Doll have nice sort of eyes that you can, to me she has I'm looking into your soul eyes, but the hat on her and her face mask, oh my goodness, so cute. Have a look. She's actually a little dark and spooky. So here's her hat. But those eyes, they really stare into you. So I haven't played with a Byul doll before, and I'm not really going to play with her. Does she have? Yeah, she has a switch behind her. I'm not going to play with her because she's just in such good display quality. I don't want to mess with her hair and make it all fluffy or her outfit. She's in like this dress that goes down to these boots. I love her. Love, love, love her. Look at that. Is that brown, like luminescent or something to you guys? Like the center of her eyes seems to like flake into these brown hues, and it just, to me, she's a little scary. I like a little scary. I mean, I love my Chucky dolls, you know, so it's nothing that I'm too worried about. But yeah, I don't have any of her. So, but she was part of the set and she's gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so I'm feeling kind of cool over my Our Generation classroom set, thinking I got a super bargain, thinking I got an amazing price for my limited edition Pullip steampunk set here. But one of the major bargains I have to point out is... Okay, so I've talked about these dolls before on my channel, Catwalk Kitty dolls. They were a small run doll. People call them the mother to Monster High. They are very hard to find. Now, as other doll collectors have pointed out, you can get the heads on AliExpress, and the heads on AliExpress, there's nothing wrong with them. I'll say that straight away. What makes these dolls rare is the body. What makes them even rarer is getting them in with the tail still working and attached, and the feet, which are like claws. Some of them have claws coming through their sandals and stuff. Very Bratz in that you can remove them. This Catwalk Kitty, obviously the lady who had her had no idea what she was, and there's little ears, and basically listed her at New Zealand by about $8. Now, if you've seen these for sale, some of them are very, very expensive. I've unboxed a real one on my channel. I've got quite a few other ones, and it's something I talk about a lot, but one of my Catwalk Kitties, I had one of the rarer ones and she broke, which broke my heart. But now I have 3 with this girl and my broken one, so technically 4, but 3 in really good condition. I'm just going to bring her up. If you are a fan of animal dolls, if you are a fan of Monster High, these dolls will speak to you. You can get the heads, as I said, off AliExpress. I guess the patent for the heads, whoever was creating them still, there was no sort of production line, or maybe they made so many of them because this was meant to be a line that carried on, and for whatever reason it was pulled. So they're just getting rid of hundreds upon thousands of heads on the doll line. I don't know. But if you're looking for them, look for the body. There are a lot of people out there, and I actually saw someone who got duped by one thinking they got a Catwalk Kitty. People buy the heads off AliExpress and then stick them on the fake Monster High doll bodies and call them Catwalk Kitties. You want to look for like the cat paws. I felt so sorry for the lady. With the claws. They don't have the extra articulations, and I'm just going to be super delicate with her about her tail. The tails easily come off, or the pipe cleaner inside just snaps over time. So, you know, be careful with those and look for the shoes. Actually, I have 5 Catwalk Kitties. I got a double up of one for swapsies at the markets, and she's missing like a shoe. I think she's like $2 or $1 or something. But she was my super bargain find at the moment. So now I'll go on to some dolls which I brought actually one of them I brought brand new, and my best friend got me the other one. I'll show those. Yay! So my best friend, who he is just amazing, and he does not like if I don't have something. So these came to New Zealand. These are the rock band LOL OMG dolls. There was 4 of them in the set, 4 of the large dolls, 4 of the smaller dolls. I've got the entire lot, but the smaller dolls I've put into storage. I don't have any of my LOL smaller dolls on display. I love the LOL OMG dolls. So I basically went through all the, you know, the opening process. I did it off camera, as I was going into lockdown can be quite upsetting for me. Quite upsetting for me because I like to be out in the public and talking to people and having coffees and seeing my family and stuff like that. I do not do well being caged up. I'm one of those people who likes to go out and do events. So I made them up because I was a little depressed off camera. I'm sorry, I know some of you like to watch me do them, but I was dealing with my emotions in the best way you can, which is opening dolls and toys. I've mostly been featuring dolls on my channel, and that's because most of my interaction is with doll collectors, and most of the channels I watch are doll collectors, so I've kind of been focusing a bit more on the dolls lately. So this one here, look how fabulous she is. Oh my goodness. When I was making these up, I was like, oh, MGA is just killing it with the doll market, and I love it because the dolls, yes, they may be expensive. I think to buy this set when it originally came was about $200, and I think you can get it for about $160 now that it's gone. But and to buy the dolls as they come in is anything from $50 to $60 depending on where you buy. But honestly, they are amazing pieces of work, and we must respect that. You know, the time put in by the marketing developers to make us dolls which kids absolutely love and that collectors absolutely love, and that instead of what Barbie is doing, which is absolutely ridiculous, is still catering to the soccer mums, LOL OMG Dolls are pushing those boundaries and giving us dolls we love. You know, a little bit fancy, a little bit sexy even, but oh my goodness, so cool. You can just look at each of these dolls and there is something to love about all of them. And I had them on display. All my LOL OMG dolls are on display in my room because they give me joy. So when I wake up in the morning, because I have a super king bed, so when I wake up in the morning, I like to be surrounded by things that are beautiful and I love, and it's the best way to wake up, you know? Looking at things that are just stunning and happy and give me happiness and give other people happiness. So my favorite one is about to come up. when I was making her, her little glasses are on top there. When I was making her, I was like, oh my gosh, it's goth meets kawaii. I love it so much. Even the guitar, I was like, these all make music and stuff. Just so incredibly cute, and look at that hair, just fabulous. Just looking at them, it's just so sweet. I love it so much. So she was my favorite. Probably Bad Girl is my second favorite. I can't remember what her name was. It says Super Gonix. I don't know. I can't remember what her name is, but she is my favorite in looks. Huh. So going from modern to completely vintage, going back to the older style, very innocent looking baby dolls. I have 2 vintage Pedigree Baby Dolls I've picked up. The other one I restored and dressed and I put somewhere. I went to I have not put her on display with my other Pedigree dolls, which is completely bizarre. I have no idea where I've taken her. She was on Instagram, and then I got this one. Now this one, look, I got her just before the lockdown from an op shop for $1. And the only thing that's wrong with her is her toe, but there is something else wrong with her which I am a little bit flabbergasted with. It's this weird ingrained plastic mold. Now it's not the Pedigree doll disease. This is a different type of plastic. She's got the baby doll eyes, so she goes to sleep. I have given her chemical washes, and no, don't ask me what chemicals I use because I don't like to advise that sort of stuff. But 2 chemical washes, I've got, you can see all the mold that was off this part of the plastic, but this plastic is different to her arms and her head, which is more of a rubbery plastic. Honestly, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the mold off there. So there are stronger chemicals I can use, but I am a little hesitant to use it on a vintage Pedigree doll because I think if I use any more, it's going to take off more of the paint on her head, which is a little bit of a worry for me. So I don't know what it is. I've never come across it again. The other one I cleaned up instantly. That one I got from a different seller, and I think it was $6 or $8 I got it for, which was still a super bargain. But yeah, for $1 missing her toe, poor little sweetheart's had a bite off her toe, and the body's cleaned up fantastically. I don't know what to do about this. I'm gonna have to work with her. I wanted to get her clean before the thing, but I honestly am a little flabbergasted. She's got a bit of a lazy eye there, which I could possibly get into her head and move along, but until I work out how to take off whatever this mold is, I don't know. So that was a super bargain too. Then on to a brand new doll. On AliExpress, you can find licensed dealers who deal with damaged stock, basically seconds or returns for the bigger doll companies. So purely by chance, I came across this licensed dealer. She didn't have many of them, but I'm sure there's others, selling seconds basically of Bratz dolls. So the thing with AliExpress you have to be careful with is most of their dolls, and I've talked about this in other videos, you know, their Blythes, their larger ball jointed dolls, the majority of their dolls are fakes, copies, recasts, whatever you want to call it. So you have to be very careful, or I've seen people who have brought like the Poopsie dolls, you know, the Poopsie dolls, and it shows the official photos of the Poopsie dolls, but as you go along you get this, what really you get is a little plastic piece of nothing. Nothing like the Poopsie dolls with, you know, the pretend glass eyes and all that sort of stuff. Nowhere near the quality. So I saw it was $40. I'll have the official price and conversion down the bottom here. And I thought, oh well, I'll give it a go. Whatever, I don't have this Switcher Witch doll. I love the Bratzilla's dolls, especially with the eyes. I'll give it a go. It came and it is an official doll, and it is a second. I'll point out why. The seller was quite lovely actually. She says, please don't pay for this doll if you are fussy, if you're a collector. Boxes can be damaged, the dolls can be damaged, things can be not quite up to some LOL doll standards, you know, sort of thing. But for $40, I was willing to take the chance, considering Bratz are like skyrocketing in price in my country. I don't know about your country, but they're selling for $15 each, some of them, the naked dolls. I thought that was ridiculous. I would never pay that much for a naked doll of a Bratz. It's too recent. Yeah, but the problem with her is on here. Now, it won't come up in camera, but it is a small scratch on her cheek, which 100% I believe someone's brought it and probably sent it back saying, this isn't up to standard. You can hardly see it. I can hardly see it. I had to basically go get my glasses and squint to see it, but it is an imperfection. But as I said, it is a Bratzilla's doll. You can't get them in the shops anymore. I can't wait to open her. I'm going to open her with some other Bratz dolls. Yes. Out of box. I know people don't like that. Too bad. Open her up because I don't like dolls in box and play with her because she seems like a lot of fun. So if you're on AliExpress, I noticed this seller and one other seller that were selling licensed secondhand dolls. Licensed seconds dolls. Get that right, Lisa. So I'm going to end this video with what I've been working on recently, which is my Teddyscares dolls. If you're not into horror things and you want to kind of skip past the gore side of them for the horror dolls, then, you know, just thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoyed my bargains. Let me know which one was your favorite out of all the things I've done, my new dolls and my secondhand haul dolls. And I love this Our Generation set. That was a real big bargain. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. If you want to see my Teddyscares, I'll bring up my first one. So Halloween is coming up and I have so much time sitting on my butt at home. I've been doing gardening, but honestly I've been doing gardening so much that it's kind of draining me at the moment mentally. But I've kind of had to limit. I've already done an hour today and I'm kind of, it's out in the sun and it's hot and I just kind of, I can't be bothered anymore. I had some extra bears. Now, Astra and her best friend won a competition in the WOW Wearable Arts where they made a cape out of teddy bears, basically, secondhand teddy bears. There were some left over and they were kind of throwaway bears, you know, basically $1 or free pickups. So I still had some in the bag. I picked up this Build-A-Bear bear. Now, it is a Build-A-Bear standard brown teddy. These sorts of things, you know, the op shops, they put them so cheap or free and then they basically just dump them after a while. So I thought, well, I won't be dumping them if they become useful for me. As a brown bear, it wasn't useful for me in any sort of way. But for Halloween, which is usually a big thing, and we will be seeing if we celebrate this year, I don't know, I will turn it into Teddyscares. So I got out the Fimo oven baked clay, I got out the paint sets and a little bit of other things, and I turned this Build-A-Bear into a Teddyscare. So I thought if I already have one from last year I made. If I make 3 of them, then I can have the 4 of them having a picnic on Goldilocks' grave. So I was going to make a big, well, I am making a big gravestone of Goldilocks' grave where you know, the paint, the thing on the middle says this porridge is to into a big blood spat, and these little bears will be having a picnic on there. So I love on horror things that, you know, you don't have to be perfect. You can just do what you please and go with it. So that was my first bear. This is my second one. He didn't turn out exactly as I wanted him to turn out. I wanted to look like the skull was emerging from this red flesh, but he looks more like a Phantom of the Opera. Like this is a mask. But he's alright. I did a jaw on the bottom here, which still needs another coat of paint. I'll get onto that. But yeah, so it's kind of meant to be his skull, and he's got some ribs showing here, and hello! little bear paw. I just kind of snipped it off. What bear was this? It says the Bear Factory, so I don't know. I think because these are basically like $1 or $2 bears, they're bears that you pick up for super cheap and just, they never sell on the secondhand market because they're not collectible, they're not kawaii sort of thing. They're a dime a dozen. That's my next guy. Now, my favorite one's base is another Build-A-Bear. It was a Hannah Montana Build-A-Bear. So it's sparkly. You can see, look at this luscious white fluff with all this sparkle. And then I basically wanted it to look like a bear skull was basically ripping through the fluff. And here is the snout of the bear skull and the eyes slowly pulsating and pushing its way out the fur. So this is the last Teddyscare I made. So this is the standard eye here. She looks a little dragon-esque. When I first made her, Astra didn't think I made her gory enough, so I went back in there and now she's got stitches holding her tummy together because I thought if it's a real bear trying to escape, like a real skeleton bear trying to escape the fur bear, someone's tried to contain it in there and, you know, go with it. So that is her, and Blake has named her, and I thought this was really, really clever. He named her I See You. So you say it really fast, like I see you, because when I see you, you're off to the ICU. You know, the ICU, the intensive care unit. So I thought that was actually really clever of the little guy. So there, and there's things that you don't see on camera, like there's this is actually plastic that I've painted and put in of tendons and stuff that are ripping out and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is for Halloween coming up. My 3 Teddyscares here that I've worked on. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. While we're in lockdown, I might be a little relaxed on videos, but you know, I do this for love because I enjoy the people I talk to. I enjoy watching your videos, and it's just when I'm not working, I'm not motivated as well as I should be, which is kind of sad, I guess. Really, hopefully we will be back to normal soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe if you would like. See you in the next video. Bye bye.